Today we're doing an F1 hot lap around Monaco in heavy rain. Monaco in the dry is difficult, but when it's in the wet, it's even harder. You have to be very careful with your acceleration and braking, and you can't take the corners as fast as you can. And if you lose grip, you're pretty much heading straight to the wall. Thankfully here we get the turn one very nicely, getting into those curbs on the right hand side very nicely. Now, as we head up the hill, one of the few places where you can go full throttle for a nice long time, you can see here actually run really wide, much wider than the driving lane assist. Thankfully though, I don't hit the walls. You can see I have to short shift quite a bit just to avoid spinning at the wheels. Thankfully through this right hand corner we don't lock up. We try and apply the accelerator there and almost have to counter steer there as the car starts to go into a bit of a slide. Now through the Monaco hairpin we go. And now we thankfully clear that section without crashing out. Now into the Monaco tunnel, being very gentle with the accelerator. You can see how I'm just kind of holding it at like 50%, 60%. And you can see how we're actually 10 kilometers an hour slower before we head into the braking zone. In the wet compared to the dry, still cutting this no valve chicane as much as possible to get that sweet, sweet lap time. Now heading to the back, braking nice and early, and I actually take the apex much better than I did in the dry. Now to do the swimming pool section, trying to get really close to those walls, but I feel like it feels less fast when you're in the wet, but you still bump the wall there as we spin up the wheels. Now to this final section of the track, turning in right, trying to get close to the wall without hitting it. Thankfully don't do that. This time there's no DRS to hit as we exit the final corner, but we finished with a 126.7, which is 13 seconds slower than a lap in the dry.